Well, a great and exciting qualifying session, and we return to F1RC for the 13th round of this campaign. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix in a very, very wet Zandvoort alongside the beach. Obviously, we have lots of wind, lots of rain coming in, and a very wet circuit for a dramatic race that is to come around Zandvoort. Of course, lots of drivers lined up on the grid, and speaking of, we will actually have your starting grid announced to you shortly, and well, I'll announce it right now. Okay, anyways, from P1, James Rigby, he's already won this race before. He starts this race from P1, Greenwich War, starting up alongside of the championship leader in P2. Now I have Oiskry in P3 for Mercedes, or sorry, for Lamborghini, my bad. Then the Mercedes of SSC, he starts in P4. We have the second Lamborghini of Bruno, he starts P5 with Danny in P6 for McLaren. Then we have P7 belonging to Melon, the man sitting P3 in the Drivers' Championship, with P8 going to Demo. Then we have P9 with Chapman, the second McLaren. P10 is the new Ford of Axel. Then in P11 we have Pixel, the second Braun GP, with Matsky in his home race starting behind the second Braun. Then we have Bacon in the Ford with Matt starting backwards for some reason in the Mercedes. He starts there, and at the back of the grid we have Flag returning to the league. Alongside me we have Boombox. How you doing, Boom?
I'm doing alright. Can't wait to see this race. Not a lot of data that we've gotten from the drivers.
Alright, and how many laps are we doing? We got quite a bit of drivers. 30 is reasonable.
Yeah, 30.
25.
Max, move down. You're racing.
Yeah. Alright, so 30 laps. CC limit 35, 40, 45 because, yeah, so.
Yes, do that. Have it be strict because no one can hit it anyway. Let's be for real.
Okay, buddy. Alright, 35, 40, 45 will be the CC limit. Let me,
Oh, is that Muno Day here?
70. You're wild. Wait, who's it? No. Who's that? Who's out of the pit lane? No. Who is this?
Me. It's just me.
No, Moon. You can't drive, bro. You can't drive. I'm sorry. You can't drive. You can watch, but you can't drive.
It's just me.
No, it's Moon.
I'm
Moon,
in the
you
medical
can't.
car.
No, I'm talking about Moon. He can't drive, bro. You can't drive. You can't drive.
There's an Alpine going out. That's what Jordy is referring to.
No,
you
I'm
idiot.
referring to flipping V-carb. I'm referring to V-carb.
Oh, no, sorry, it's a V cup. Sorry, I thought it was. I saw
Moon,
just a blue card.
You can't drive. I'm sorry. You can't. What's it called? Yeah, Moon, you can't drive, brother. You can't drive. I'm sorry. Okay, everyone ready?
Well, then kick Moon if he's gonna be a nuisance.
He said he just wanted to watch, but like he just yeah, he just wanted to watch. So okay, all right. I pray this is a good race because Moon, you can't drive. All right, sorry. All right. Hopefully this turns out well. Alright then, as we get prepared for the Dutch Grand Prix in a very wet session here at Zandvoort, 5 outside ahead of the drivers for the 13th round. It's lights out and away we go. James Rigby with a pretty decent start already, cutting over to the racing line, cutting off Green Warrior, and he will lead into Tarzan corner to bank corner. Bruno Raptors challenging his teammate of Oiskry. Into turn 1 we go. Very sticky conditions. Oiskry to the inside. Archie in the Mercedes going slightly wide, and James Rigby going onto the grass at the moment. It is still advantage Rusty's and Green Warrior to the inside of turn 2, trying to get up the inside as we now hit the wet section of the racetrack, and lots of action happening. Oiskry nearly going parallel to the racetrack. He's nearly going to deck it into the wall. Lots of action happening down in the midfield fight as we go and spectate Melon. He has had a horrendous start at the moment. He's fighting with, oh no, there's a lots of spin on the back straight. Oh my goodness, there's just there is so much action. Yellow flags in the first sector. I think we get going once again. There is so much action. Yeah, get that safety car ready because there's going to be a lot of action. Is that Demo? Demo's up into P2 right now, or sorry, P3, and Green Ninja Warrior has flown away at the start. He is known for being quick in the wet conditions as he is out in front leading the Grand Prix, and it is still very, very wet here at Zandvoort. James Rigby has managed to slightly pull away from Demo, and he's actually, Demo's trying to defend right now off of the McLaren, and the McLaren, I think that might be Chapman, matter of fact. No, it's not. That's actually Danny. My bad. And then we get into the section where it's even more wet. Lots of cars going wide and deep into this stadium section. It is treacherous conditions here at Zandvoort. Bruto's had a horrendous start as he goes wide. Pixel going wide as well in the background. There's another Mercedes that's gone deep into the corner. There is lots of drama here at Zandvoort. It is incredibly wet, incredibly dangerous as we head to the main straight, and Green Ninja Warrior still out in
no! Oiskers.
Oisker, what happened with him? And he's flipped it. Oisker's flipped it at the banking. Oh my gaze! Safety car. Oisker's flipped it at the banking. Lots of drama, and the safety car's been caught out. All right, go drop the safety car. I will watch pit lane just in case. Oh my goodness! And they're saying it is too dangerous to drive. I think there's a car coming. Okay, just stop at the side of the track. Boom. By the way, I think there's not enough people, or there's not enough Yeah, just stop at the start of the track. The race leader is green at the moment, so...
Okay.
I can't spectate you, so... Yeah, okay, so... Matt's saying box for Mercedes, so he's coming in. Oiskry with a big... and saying it's too wet, it's too wet. Clegg saying GG, not sure what happened with him as I go to spectate him, and he's also flipped it at turn 3. He's flipped it at turn 3 as well. It is safety car out on lap 2. I'm gonna go help out the Lambo, which is flipped. So I guess I literally have to B-tools it. So give me a sec. I have to B-tools the car out of the way. Oiskry is out of the Grand Prix. They're saying it's too dangerous to drive. FI saying it's still raceable. Green flag, or sorry, safety car.
I'm still just waiting.
Yeah, I'm
Cody,
still...
oh
god, there's a Mercedes! Mercedes at turn 3! Someone has flipped it, and that is Matt. Matt's out of the Grand Prix as well. Under safety car conditions, the Mercedes has flipped it. The Audi of Quag has flipped it. And let me go and see if I can spectate. Green and Warrior. Green's in the pit. No, Green's... No! What the fuck? No!
We have to.
No! Continue, man! I didn't... Fucking hell. Green's in the pit lane, so the race leader, I think, is... okay, Jam's in the pit. I can't tell who the race leader is. I think it's Demo. No. I think it might be Epic. I think Epic might have stayed out. Okay, there's your race leader. Who's the car? I think there's 2 cars there. Who's the one that came to you first? Safety car. It's still safety car. Matsky's coming in for softs. James Rigby coming in. No, wait, Matsky, why are you on softs, mate? You gotta go to wet tires. What the hell? Bruno's. There's still raceable. It is still raceable. I can't... I'm trying to see where the race leader is at.
I'm going under pacing speed and I'm still slipping. We have to red flag this.
Oh my fucking god. It's just drive careful, please, for the love of God. Who's the leader? Is it Demo? No, it says Danny. Okay, Danny's the leader. Danny stayed out, so Danny, you gotta slow the hell down. Danny, slow down. The safety car's behind you. Everyone slow down for the safety car. Everyone slow down for safety car. God damn it. The idiot spun. Wild.
Yeah, I spun because it's undrivable.
It is drivable. Trust me, it's drivable. If it was undrivable, I would have already red flagged it. But it's drivable. You just don't know how to do it. Okay. What's it called? Let me see. I can't spectate Boom, so I just have to... This race stinks. Oh my god.
I have to cut this.
Can I... Where's the safety car?
It's all the way at the back because Danny hasn't slowed down, I'm pretty sure.
No, they haven't slowed down. Alright. Everyone just slow down behind them.
Constantly spinning, you need to slow down.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
He doesn't know how to drive a safety car.
Like, you're driving it at 170 kilometers an hour, which is not a safe speed, goddammit.
Alright, what's it called? Everyone, I think there's probably gonna be people coming into the pit lane, I bet. Let me go watch pit lane. Let me watch it. Yeah, driver's coming in. So Danny's in. Yeah, everyone's in the pit lane right now. You need to careful. No, okay, sorry, never mind. A Ford has stayed out, so that Ford is Bacon. Bacon's the race leader. No, it's not. It's another freaking Ford. I think it's Axel. Axel has stayed out. He's the race leader. Axel, slow down, please. Axel, slow down. Please, just like stop on the side of the track, matter of fact, because you need to wait for Boom to catch up. I don't know what... Boom, you're miles behind, bro. You are miles behind. No, yeah, yeah. Okay, red flag. Fuck's sake.
Ah, finally.
Main
Which
reason,
resource are we gonna now pick?
the only reason I did this was because Boom can't drive. He can't drive. So everyone pit lane. Everyone pit lane now.
All you need to do is slow down, for fuck's sake.
He doesn't know how to drive it. I don't even know why he drove it. Someone's exited.
Go back to the bed.
Just everyone.
Who's on
Okay. So,
fire? So why are you on fire?
that's his avatar. That's his avatar. Danny left
Okay,
under
but
the red
which-
flag. What? He left
Do
the
we now,
race.
do we now get the
Danny should still be-
result of the last
No, this current
green
grid.
flag,
This
or-
this current grid is what the grid is. When the red flag was called, this is your grid. Yes, this is your grid. Well, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. And
Bacon is a lap down.
Bacon's Bacon. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's
not-
57 seconds
Well,
behind.
that's not a,
so
I
how
mean,
the
the
fuck-
laps will change. So everyone go to the grid and cross the line. I will change your laps. Ginger, just continue on with your lap. I'll just make sure to cross it. Everyone get to the grid.
Okay, can you take a screenshot? Can you take a
I
screenshot
already did.
so
It's
we
in
know
lounge.
what?
It's in lounge. It's in lounge.
Okay.
So the grid order should be Ginger, Danny, Demo, Archie, Chapman, Green, Bruno, Matsky, Jam, Melon, Pixel, Bacon, Quag, Quag DNF. Bacon is still in. So Quag DNF'd, Matt DNF'd. What's it called? You start P3, Demo, you're P3. And we
I
have
just
a
let
red-
Matt drive it. I think he can do it better than I can.
Matt's not. No, he's not even FIA. I'm gonna drive the safety car from now on because fuck's sake, you cannot drive it. Where do I start? Melon,
Yeah,
you're
okay.
P10. Melon, you're P10.
I'm coming back to the pit lane so you can take over.
Okay. What's it called? So, there's that. Hurry up, hurry up. Ginger,
I've
you gotta-
pinged everyone in lounge for the grid because some of you can't fucking find it.
Okay.
Bacon, you're P12.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the rain is slightly cleared up. It's now not as wet.
Wait, who's that Audi who's in P12?
It's now
Because
not. It's
Bacon
not
should be
as.
there.
It's not as wet anymore. Some parts are still under. Like some parts are still wet. Some parts are not. So, let me.
Why is Vision starting?
Hang on. Give me a second. Vision shouldn't be racing.
He's currently standing in P12 and an Audi.
Bro, what? Why? Vision, you're not a driver. Why are you on the grid?
Fuck's sake, I was up to P5 and nearly flipped, but thank God for the flag things.
Alright, okay. So some parts are being
No,
dried
Green,
up.
boom sap
Matt,
too
you're not
much.
part of the FIA. You can't drive it. Only Jordy can. Okay. Go back.
Let me, I'm trying to make some parts dry. Oh god, this is slow. Hang on.
The flag, the safety car was because people flipped.
No, the safety car is because people flick. The red flag because Boom can't drive. we've determined that.
I couldn't drive it because this is undrivable. I would have just red flagged
It is
You know, you
dry.
drive too fast.
You drive too quick.
Like, oh, you wonder every time why I'm so far behind. This is because during the safety car, you're not supposed to go fast. So I'm not going
Listen,
fast to not
even-
get CCs. I'm not doing damn quali laps.
Listen, even when I was casually driving, casually pacing, I still spin out. It's just the problem with the track being too slippery that any acceleration will just immediately spin you out. It doesn't matter what car you're driving.
Boom. I accept that I'm shit. You need to also accept that you're shit.
I know that. Listen, I know that I'm not a good driver. You don't have to point that out, but I genuinely could not drive this.
Alright,
Even
let's
if I-
okay, so some parts of the track, some minimal parts have been dried up. I'm gonna change everyone's laps, so change all laps 4. Everyone's laps are now set to 4. The CCs would remain the same, and some parts of the track have slightly dried up. The race leader is Ginger off of this restart. A Ford is
Are we
leading
allowed
this
to-
race.
Are we allowed to reset tires now?
You can, yeah. You can
Okay.
change your. You can reset your tires. It is a red flag, so. Everyone can reset their tires if they please. Oh my god. Okay. Well, anyways, after that, okay. Well, I don't even know what the hell happened to flipping the people that DNF. But all right, here we go then. All right. Again, for the second time now, it's the second restart here at Zandvoort. It's slightly cleared up now. 5 outside ahead of drivers here for the restart at the Netherlands. It's lights out and away we go. Danny getting an electric start, and I have to change the laps again, and Danny's immediately going to lead in the P1. He's already up into the first place as the Ford has not got a good restart. The Red Bull of Demo going up the inside, and look at Archie to the inside of Tarzan corner. The Mercedes of SSC trying to get into the race lead. There's a second McLaren. 2 McLarens right now trying to fight for the race lead as Danny slightly bit of oversteer. Green Warrior also with an electric start. He's going to the pretty decent one. Bruno taps roll at the exit, and there's the Mercedes of Archie who is leading the Grand Prix right now. Mercedes leading for the first time. Green Warrior down this back straight we go now. I think now he's into the race lead. Yes, he is. Green is now leading. Okay, now James Rigby. Something happened with James Rigby. They're saying that he jumped or something. James Rigby, what's up with him? And he's stuck at turn 1.
He's stuck.
James Rigby's he's on the side of the racetrack. He's saying his game is bugged or something. My game is at 2. So James Rigby is people saying that he jumped, or Matt saying that he jumped.
I mean, they need to provide proof.
Yeah, change all laps. What's it called? 4. Here we go. Okay, well, Green Warrior is the race leader. We're gonna go back on with the race leader. And never mind, Danny round the outside of the stadium section trying to make an overtake on the Canadian, who is known to be a powerhouse in the wet conditions, as Green continues to lead Danny with a slight bit of oversteer. This is where the track is slightly more drier, so it's easier to drive down this section of the track. The main straight isn't as slippery now. Green continues to lead Danny in P2, challenging the Canadian. In P3, it is Archie, then Pixel, then Chapman, then Mapsky. Ginger from P1 jumping multiple positions. Danny slightly wide to the corner, and Green bit of oversteer. So does Danny. He also has a bit of a moment at a massive screen freeze that made me straight line it, says James Rigby. And he's out of the car. James Rigby is out of the Grand Prix. And that is big news for Greninja Warrior, and one of his main rivals is now not racing anymore. Danny's still applying pressure out in front to the Canadian and the Braun GP of Green as we go into this middle sector. Green taking a bit of a more cautious line. Danny really going for it. Is that Pixel in P3? Danny! Oh my days, Danny! Oh, Danny has bottled it at the back straight, and Danny just taking too much action, taking too much speed into the corner. He slammed it into the wall.
We have to safety car that.
That is right on the racing line. We have a second safety car here at Zandvoort. Oh my days, I'll get it. Oh god, okay. Let me, oh my god, bro. This is wild. This is, someone go clear that. With B-tools, someone go clear that.
I will.
Alright. Safety car, exit turn 1. James.
Alright, Danny, let's
James, you jumped out. If you stayed in your car, Merc over to Green. Okay, well, Archie.
During the safety car, there's really no overtaking, so.
Well, Green is 100% the Green's 100% the leader.
Now, if it's the leader, then it's different, yeah.
Yeah, Archie, you gotta give that position back, brother. He's actually stayed out. Has Green come in? So okay, well, Green's come in, but he slammed the pit wall. So Green. So Green is technically the race, or sorry, Archie is now technically the leader again. So Archie now leads because he stayed out. So Green spun in the pit lane. So Archie's now the leader. Hey, Boom, do you see how slow I'm driving? I'm going 100.
And you still spinning out.
I'm oversteering, not spinning. Watch this, ready? Watch this. And if you don't want to drive on the flipping ice, guess what? As a safety car, you could just do this. Not drive on the flipping ice. Who cares if we get corner cuts?
As well.
They can't see it. What if they can't see it because I'm on the grass?
Yeah.
Well, we can see the entire track. We're not blind.
Alright, well, can I rejoin? No, you cannot, I'm sorry. It's after lap 3, so you cannot rejoin. Also, in the when you're in the ice section, don't put your foot through it. Don't floor it. Okay? Don't just keep it like coasting. You're not supposed to be on throttle when you're on the flipping ice. Green's biggest enemy, the safety car. It is quite dangerous, so we have another safety car, and Danny's flipped it on the back straight, of course. Pixel's avatar is why he's on fire, so that's just his avatar. No, Danny, you cannot. You cannot. Sorry. Has everyone caught up? Archie is the leader. Archie is the leader. The Mercedes SSC. He's the leader. Has everyone caught up? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Looks like everyone has caught up. So, safety car is in this lap. So, the Mercedes SSC, please maintain speed. Don't go until a yellow flag is waved. Everyone stay behind the Mercedes. Everyone stay behind the Mercedes, please. One lap of safety car. And, oh. You see that, Green? Or, sorry, you see that, Boom? Not that difficult to drive a flipping safety car, is it?
Okay.
Alright, so we have now yellow flags. Archie, you can go whenever you want. He's actually gone now, I think. Never mind, no he doesn't. That's just another car. He's gone? Okay. Archie has gone, and I guess we have a green flag. As Archie books it down the main straight, and he is the race leader from Green Ninja Warrior. Ginger in P3 out of all of this. So Ginger in P3. Let's go and spectate Archie right now in the Mercedes, trying to maintain this race lead from Green Ninja Warrior behind him. Into turn 2 we go, slightly wide for the Mercedes. It's a big mistake, and there goes Green easily up the inside, and the second McLaren of I believe that's Chapman. Yeah, he's oversteering all over the place. There goes the Lamborghini of Bruno. He's also making up a few positions. Slight bit of oh no, Melon on the back straight. Melon's on the back straight, and he's spun it. Chapman saying that he's died as well. What's up with Chapman as they go to spectate him? He's had enough, and he's outside of the racetrack, but he's not on the racing line. He jumped out of the car, and oh god, well, looks like Chapman is going to be out of this race. And crucially, once again, Green Ninja Warrior, your race leader by quite some margin. Green leads this race once again. Meanwhile, we're going to spectate his teammate who's having a scrap with the Ford, the Mercedes as well. What's it called? Why'd I sell? I don't know. What's it called? It is still very, very wet out there. As Pixel trying to think about a move into the stadium section. It's not going to work on this occasion. You can see he's trying to get past SSC. And into the wall he goes. There goes the Ford, matter of fact, into the wall as well. And he's now spun around the opposite direction. I don't really know who's in P2. I can't actually tell. Pixel, bit of oversteer out of the penultimate corner. As we go and spectate the Red Bull of Matsuki, I believe. If I could spectate him. I can't actually. So, Mena had a big spin. Bruno is now up into second place for Lamborghini. Matsuki's in P3. Then it's Archie, then it's Pixel, then Melon, then we have Bacon. Melon wide at turn 1. We're going to go and spectate Mr. Archie here, SSC, and this is 4 position, and you can see Matsuki going slightly wide. Pixel rounding outside of turn 3. It'd be a brilliant overtake if he can make it stick, which he has. Pixel much more confident in these conditions. He has more experience driving in the wet, and Pixel makes an easy overtake rounding outside, and you can see he's actually trying to make a double overtake. He can't, damn, he's trying to get past the Red Bull of Matsuki, which he does. Bit of a twitch for the Brawn, and Matsuki easily back up the inside. Now these two still going hammer and tong down in the wet condition. You can see Bruno's now spun. Bruno spun out of the back section of the racetrack, and now he's dropped multiple positions. Pixel now up into second place. It's a Braun GP 1-2 here in the Netherlands, and Matsuki low oversteering. So is Pixel trying to make a move up the inside. Goes the Polish driver. Can he make the move stick? Lots of drifting here for Pixel. It's not gonna be an overtake for Matsuki for the time being. Pixel still being able to stay ahead for the time being, and up the inside goes Matsuki, much deeper on the brakes, but he's outbraked himself, and Pixel still drifting all over the place. In the background, Melon has caught up to the Mercedes of Archie, and Melon now might make a move for P4. This is Matsuki up the inside once again in the penultimate corner. He goes off the racetrack, and he's actually made the overtake. So Matsuki back ahead of Pixel, and Melon now trying to gain on these two out in front. But Matsuki, brilliant overtake at the penultimate corner. Had to go off the racetrack, but he's made the move stick, and the gap now 7 seconds out in front Lots of time for Green Ninja Warrior to be calm and composed. Matsky once again going wide at turn 1. Melon, another mistake by Melon. He's just clampering the wall everywhere he goes, making too many mistakes. Is the Filipino driver. Melon,
Clean!
huh?
Oh wait, never mind. Never mind.
Melon's
Sorry,
still
wrong
spun
call.
at turn 3. Oh my god. Okay, Melon's just struggling like mad. I think the tire wear is just hitting him. Bruno Raptor's going down the back straight. He's trying to catch up to the car ahead, and that car being the Mercedes of Archie right now. So can he make an overtake? We will soon find out. Pixel still ahead of Matsky. Back ahead and making it a Braun 1-2. Once again, Matsky in P3. How's Matsky matching green sector 1? 33.6 for green and a 33.6 as well for Matsky. Oh my days, Matsky cooking in these wet conditions. How he's doing it, I don't know. What's it called? I do have the power, Daddy, but you know, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it calm. No, we're gonna keep it calm. Just stay out of the M's, please, for the love of God. All right, here we go then. Okay, let me coach. Or coach, let me back in. I ain't injured. Okay, buddy. Well, the gap. Green Ninja Warrior still leading, and the gap's gonna be more than 7 seconds. Green just that much quicker and that much more confident in the wet. 8 seconds. Now the gap out in front. What's it called? Pixel slightly wide, and we're gonna go spectate the championship leader currently at turn 3 on the intermediates. He swapped over to the inters. It's a little bit more calmer water. And Green is still out in front. Green's going to flip. Matsy's going to win. Imagine. Can you just imagine? But Green keeping his cool and composure around Zandvoort, where he won at last season. Can he make it back-to-back victories in the Netherlands and make it 4 race victories in a row to match his record? Or sorry, no, it'd actually be 1 more. He won 5 in a row last season. But yeah, there's that. Let me see. Let's spectate Bacon here. What's Bacon doing all the way at the back? He's having a tough old time back there, but he does have a car behind him for company. That car looks like it is. I'm not actually quite sure who it is, but yeah. Matt, I don't know what you're doing, but okay. Bruno Raptor's having a ding-dong of a scrap with Matsky, so Bruno's actually managed to catch up to his former team principal, and he's maybe thinking about an overtake. As we go into the stadium section, Matsky that much deeper on the brakes, but once again makes that rookie mistake and he outbrakes himself. There's an Audi abandoned in this final sector. Bruno hitting the wall a little bit. I think that might allow Matsky. Okay, let's. You want to go get rid of that Audi boom? I don't know. It's in the stadium section. So, yeah, you might want to get rid of that. Anyways, what's it called? Back to the race we go. Bruno back up to P3, getting past Matsky, his former team principal. And now, can he make a charge against the Braun GP of Pixel? Didn't ruin that Braun GP 1-2, of course. Bruno starting to push on. Maybe Pixel starting to feel a little bit of tire wear. Through the icy section we go. The first sector is still very wet, with the driver slowly clearing the water as Pixel continues to drive on, but being put under pressure by a whole new car. You can see Bruno's that much closer now, closest he's been. Can he make a move into this corner? No, not quite. He's gonna have to wait, and Rowdy outside is gonna go. It's a brilliant overtake. It was a smart move by Bruno to go onto the gravel and swoop Rowdy outside of Pixel. A smart, strategic overtake for Lamborghini. He's found the weakness where Pixel was struggling, and rounding outside, Bruno goes to make a move up into P2 here in the wet. And now we have to see what Bruno's pace will be like. Can he potentially gain on Green Ninja Warrior? First sector, Green with a 33.4, Bruno a 33.8, 35.3 in the middle sector, 35.1 for Green, so currently still advantage Green. But Bruno Raptors, let's see what he can cook up in these very, very wet conditions. And oh, a little bit of oversteer coming out of the penultimate corner. Actually, gotta go do this really quickly. Track slowly drying. I'm gonna do this. And boom. green half spin. Okay. Okay, I'm just doing this really quickly. Hang on. Track's drying, chat. Track is drying. Oh, it's still glass. Oh, this is... Okay. Okay, I think it's all glass. There we go. Should be okay now. Alright. I think it's still the first sector that is somewhat quite wet. So, yeah. First sector still very wet. That's not been cleared. Melon's struggling to lap a Ford at the moment, so there's that. And I think he might have just stalled the car, his Melon, on the ice. He just stalled it down the back straight. And he's now at the start of the racetrack saying, I don't care. That shouldn't be ice, he says. No, it's on the start of the racetrack. So, that's the corner, Melon says. He's still, we're going to yellow flag. And I'm not sure what Melon is doing, but he needs to get a move on. For God's sake. Needs to continue on because you're just continuing to lose time, Melon. Come on. Oh my days, this guy. I'm not gonna throw a safety car because just because you want it. Driver swap, please. And Melon's jumped out of the car. Melon is out of the Grand Prix. He's had an absolutely horrendous race so far, and he is put over to the start of the racetrack and has dipped. Okay, well, we're just gonna move this car. And back to green flag we go. Alright. There we go. Not that hard. Keep crying. You lot wanted this. It's your decisions, not mine.
There's 6 people left, Danny.
Yeah. Oh, no, you Mercedes of SSC. Bit of oversteer. It continues on. We've had a lot of DNFs this race. Lots of people started it. Not many will finish. And I'm hearing, actually, the FIA are going to shorten the race to 25 laps, matter of fact. So they've...
Wait, what?
They've shortened it to 25 laps, actually.
Wait, I didn't say this. Why are we shortening it?
The attendance, bro. Not the attendance, but the what do you call it? The DNFs.
That still seems unorthodox to me.
Might be.
Yeah, we have a lot of DNFs.
But, like, it's the wet. This is kind of risky. And I know... I know for a fact they're not gonna... How many more drivers to DNF for a meme race? A decent amount. Like half the grid needs to DNF.
Yeah. I remember,
Bruno pits. Okay, well Bruno's now into the pit lane. Puts on a set of inters. And the track is now slowly starting to dry even more. Oh, the track's dried up even more. It's now just not even raining that hard. Matter of fact, practically raining at all. So... what's it called? We continue on. And I'm just trying to fix this. Track is now dried up even more. This is kind of weird. This is well, boom. It's been a chaotic race so far. What's your opinion on it?
Well, before anything, I would like to apologize for my management of the safety car. It was not right. I should have been better. I think it's been fairly chaotic so far. I'm a little bit disappointed that it died down, but got to see that everyone is keeping it clean, not making as much mistakes as the original few laps. And I think that Green's going to be walking away with the victory very easily, unless the only thing that can stop him is himself.
Fair enough. All right. we continue on with the track drying, continually drying even more. It's now basically just intermediate conditions now. So drivers can now fully pit on the inters. If you're on wets, you can choose to go onto onto inters. So we saw a car spinning off right there. I'm not sure who that was, but yeah. Track is now basically dried up to intermediate conditions. So yeah, there's that. Okay, this is alright, whatever. Okay. Alright. Slowly drying is the track. Greninja Warrior, will he come in this lap? Lap 16 of 25. And he stayed out. Never mind, he's actually... Nope, never mind, he stayed out. I wonder if Green will maybe try and stick it out to the wet period. Or, sorry, to the dry period. He's locked up at turn 1, but, I wonder if he is trying to stick it out to the dry period and see if he can make it all the way there. Meanwhile, I think Archie is actually P2 because Bruno did pit. No, never mind. Bruno is back ahead up into P2 right now. And the gap 26 seconds. But Bruno made another stop. He is gaining a bunch of time. Archie has opted to box for Mercedes, so he is into the pit lane. Where's Matsky in all of this? I still can't spectate Matsky, so yeah, can't do that for some reason. So let's see. From a set of wet tires, looks like Archie will probably put on the intermediates. Yes, he does. Onto a set of inters he goes. Matsky miles behind. There he is, actually. There goes Matsky, following the Ford of Bacon. But Archie, on the fresher tires, is probably going to gain... Sorry, that wasn't Bacon. That was Ginger. Ginger's actually fighting Matsky at the moment. Through turn 3 we go. Little bit of a drift. Quite a big drift, actually, by Bacon. But Matsky with an easy overtake. And Archie will now try and start his charge towards the Red Bull. Weather forecast, it's still quite wet, as you can see. Track is slowly drying, though. Green into the pit lane now, and he was gaining a massive amount of time, was Bruno Raptor. So Green now boxes for Bron GP, and from intermediates, what does he opt to do? And Green puts on another set of inters. Meanwhile, Bruno, gaining roughly 2 seconds of lap, he has the fastest lap now. And Bruno Raptors powers down the main straight. And now he is the race leader. So Bruno Raptors, having pitted that much earlier compared to Green for new intermediates, he's got a decent leeway to Greninja Warrior. And great strategy by Lamborghini to pit Bruno that much earlier. Will it dry all the way to the end? Who knows? Oil up? What the hell? Alright, well... Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I actually hated you. That's wild. Alright, whatever. Track is slowly... Oh, God. There's a car in the main straight. Nearly decked it. What's it called? That track is starting to dry up, of course. If I could get this settled.
Friday, what even happened? Why are you mad at him?
What the hell? Okay, buddy. Oh, wow. Oh, the track is actually drying rapidly, matter of fact. Drying quicker than I thought it would. Track is quite dry now, and there's dry patches, lots of dry patches on the racetrack, and it's actually fully stopped raining. Now drivers have a decision to whether they want to stay out on these inters or do they want to pit for dry tires. How quickly will the track dry? I mean, it's still pretty wet out there. I wouldn't suggest they pit, But the track is drying. And Bruno Raptors, currently about 5 seconds clear of Green Ninja Warrior. Blue flags for this Ford, by the way. Blue flags for the Ford. Track is drying, and it's drying quite rapidly as we speak. Bruno Raptors is still out in front, leading the Grand Prix, but he's drifting all over the place. What's it called? Going a bit wide is the Lambo, but it should be okay. Green Ninja Warrior currently on the charge, trying to gain as much time as possible. He laps the Ford. Green hunting down Lamborghini of Bruno. He could slightly see him in the distance up ahead. Just a handful of laps to go. Danny's saying Bruno to pit for dries. This is where the strategy really comes into play. My personal opinion, I think it's still too early to pit for dry tires. Bruno going slightly wide through the final corner, and Green Ninja Warrior gaining all the time. Green has a slightly fresher inters as well. Bruno stays out, and Bruno, Bruno, what happened with Bruno? Something happened with Bruno, and he's...
I don't think anything happened.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Okay, well, Bruno stayed out. The gap now 2 seconds. Okay, well, this is interesting now. Alright. Oh, God, this is so broken. Alright. My God. The track continues to dry even more. It is... What's it called? Even more wet, or sorry, even more dry than it has been on the previous lap. It's the track continuing to dry. What do the drivers opt to do? Is turn 1 now is basically dry. What do the drivers choose? What do they tell their engineers? How are the conditions? Is it safe to stay out? Is it worthy to come in? Green Ninja Warrior that much closer to Bruno Raptors. The first sector is practically already dry. The drivers have to make a decision now. Box. Everyone's telling Bruno to come into the pit lane and box for dry tires. Does he listen to them? Does he trust his gut and stay out for a few more laps? Only a handful of laps to go, of course. The mind will play games with their own, with the drivers, and they have to make a decision. And let's see, is anyone gonna come into the pit lane? Looks like someone has, and Bruno Raptors opts to pit. Bruno opts to pit for tires. Green Ninja Warrior and Braun GP have made a decision to stay out. So Green Ninja Warrior on intermediates. He's still on inters. While the track is drying, Bruno Raptors has pit for dries, and he's put on a set of inters. He put on inters. Wait a minute. Bruno and Lamborghini might have just made a massive mistake. They're on intermediates. I mean,
that's not his fault. That's not Bruno's fault. People were kept on, but they didn't tell him which car to go on. How was he supposed to know?
The track is drying all the time, and Lamborghini might have just made a massive mistake by pitting Bruno onto a set of intermediates with a drying track. And this might have just played beautifully into the hands of Green Ninja Warrior, as his experience will come into play with a drying track this quick. The first sector even drier than it was on the previous lap. So Braun GP, what did they choose to do now? The banked corner of turn 3 is now dry. Here comes Green Ninja Warrior into the pit lane, maybe. No, he stayed out again. Green Ninja Warrior, it's basically dry conditions now. And the track is rapidly drying even quicker. Okay, this is actually kind of annoying. Hang on a minute. Okay. Oh, there goes a Ford. There goes a Ford oversteering all over the place on the track. Now, apparently, oh God, I messed up.
I think he's gonna hang this out until the end.
Hang on, my bad. This is stupid. Okay, I can't. Hang on a minute. This is a little bit awkward. Oh God, the track's just, it's completely dried. It's dried quicker than a lot of drivers could even expect. And the track now basically is fully dry. And Green Ninja Warrior in all of this, he's currently going down the back straight. And now drivers have to pit for dry tires, and this is the mistake. Or does Green still think it's slightly too wet to pit yet? Is it still too wet to pit? What does Green opt to do with just a handful of laps to go? Roughly 4 to go. Bruno made a massive mistake of coming in, and he put on a set of intermediate tires. Green Ninja Warrior coming around the banking now. What does he choose to do? He's stayed out again. It's fully dry, and the drivers kind of just have to pit for dry tires. What does Bruno do? What's it called? Bruno coming around the penultimate corner at the moment. What's it called? Yeah, Bruno coming around the now final corner onto the main straight. Does he stay out like Green Ninja Warrior? Yes, he does. Another lap to stay out. Apparently, it's still too dry. Or still too wet to come into the pit lane. Oh my God, buddy. How? What did he... What? I don't even know what he did. Boom, unmute Danny. I don't know what you did, but he's saying to unmute him.
It's because he keeps bullying. He keeps trying to go for me. He won't stop bothering me. He's just sick of it.
Okay. Well, it's fully dry now. The track is like fully dry. They have to basically box for new dry tires and go to the end of the race.
Okay, that's it.
Green Ninja Warrior coming down the banking right now. And now he is still just faking it. He's gonna... Maybe he'll pit on the final lap, but it's dry tires. They have to come in. Like, they literally have to come in. It's an order! It's an order, I say! You must pit for dries! Well, I mean, these tires have kind of turned into slick intermediates now. Bruno Raptors has, again, stayed out. But it might have cost them the race today. Or a chance of victory. Under the nervous pressure that the drivers could have... under the nervous pressure, the drivers had to make a decision whether to stay out on inters or pit for dries. Bruno and Lamborghini made the decision to come into the pit lane, but they put him on a set of inters that are now probably overheated, and he's actually somewhat losing time to Green. Archie now actually has the fastest lap. It'll be his first fastest lap.
I'm not unmuting him.
Okay. It's actually now the first fastest lap that Archie has, so well done to him. He will probably keep that, unless Green maybe takes it away from him. I think Green might take it away. As he's coming around the final corner now. Or penultimate corner, and Green Ninja Warrior starting the final lap of this Grand Prix, and a chaotic Dutch Grand Prix that we have had today here at Zandvoort. Green will stay out on those slick intermediates to the final lap of this Grand Prix. Lap 25 at 25, and the race has been shortened. Green Ninja Warrior has been done nothing but keep his cool, calm, and composure, and he's going on course to win another wet race in his career. Having had the multiple safety cars, a red flag, and the load of chaos that was here in Netherlands, Green has done exactly what he has need to do in Braun GP, keeping their heads together. Bruno made the mistake of pitting for another set of intermediates on a drying track, and the sun now comes out for Green Ninja Warrior and Braun GP. It's now sunny. Track has dried up, and Green Ninja Warrior soon to enter the final sector as we speak with the Canadian. The chances of him maybe winning the championship might be slim to none, as He says that his final race will be his home race in Canada. He needs as many race victories as he can, with Chris not attending and lots of oversteer exiting the corner. Greninja Warrior will go on to win his 4th race in a row now. 4 crucial victories for Braun GP and Greninja Warrior. The gap in the championship will extend to 56 points, or 51 points. Greninja Warrior, for the 2nd time in a row, he wins the Dutch Grand Prix, and he usually does dominate in the wet. He's done exactly that today. Bruno Raptors had pressure to deal with, and he didn't deal with it well. As he's coming around the banking now, he will have to settle for the runners-up spot of P2 and Lamborghini. They should still be proud of what they have accomplished in these mightily tough conditions. And Archie for Mercedes SSC, I believe it will be a first podium in his career, as he's coming around the penultimate corner now. And actually, Bruno's taking the fastest lap away from Greninja Warriors, so the gap only now 50 points in the championship. Still quite a massive ways, but Archie for the first time finishes on the podium here at F1RC. Mercedes get a podium here in Zandvoort, and Pixel has finished the race, surprisingly, and it's actually a decent result for him and Braun GP that will massively boost their Constructors' Championship charge. Matsky in P4 for Red Bull, and Pixel in P5 for Braun GP. 4 seconds adrift of Matsky.
How the fuck have I finished P3 and P4?
And Bacon saying no power. Oh my days. His car has failed on the main straight, but he will finish the race. Well, not really, he's still a lap down, but like, he has finished it.
No, he still finishes.